Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. You guys will have to let me know if you can hear Uncle Doug because I'm not sure if I have to unmute him on my side. This is something new that we're trying today. So let us know if you can hear Uncle Doug. If you can't hear him, then I'm going to press unmute on my side. So let me know. In the meantime, hi Lynn and Candy, Rosie, Janet. Hi Connie and Christine. It's so good to see everybody this Wednesday. Ooh, a split screen, right, Lynn? Yes. Yep. We are doing a little split screen today. Hi Peggy. Can you guys hear Uncle Doug? You might have to talk a little bit. We're testing this out quick. You guys are our little... Okay, you can't hear him? Okay. Let's try now.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear him on my thing, but I'm just curious if we're able to let you guys hear him yet. Hi, Patty. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, actually. Our time, it's noon. Let's see if they're able to hear you now. It might take a minute.
Someone hear me, please.
Yeah.
I just want to be heard.
Uncle Doug's helpless over there.
I just want to be heard.
Okay, they can hear you now.
Okay.
Great.
Heard and understood. I just want to be understood.
Hi, Sherry. I know, we were just testing it out because we didn't quite know how this was going to work, but it looks like it's working. So Uncle Doug has a big shipping day today. So he's going to be in the shipping room while I'm in the live room. I didn't quite know how this was going to work, but it looks like it's working. Okay. Well, is there anything you'd like to say, Uncle Doug, before we jump into the live today? While I'm in the live room. I didn't quite know how this was going to work, but it looks like it's working. Okay. Well, is there anything you'd like to say, Uncle Doug, before we jump into the live today? Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to take Uncle Doug off the screen, and then we're going to get into our live today. And we're going to mute him so we can't hear him. Sorry, Uncle Doug. Yeah, I know. Our thing's a little strange. Yeah, it's been weird. We were testing it out to see if it would work, and I think maybe Uncle Doug might have to mute his speaker, but not his microphone, otherwise he won't be able to talk. So, maybe he can do that while we're doing this. Anyway, happy Wednesday. Our video is also, stopping and pausing, I've been noticing. And that seems like it's been a trend lately, so you're just gonna have to bear with us. So I have a desktop here, my laptop here, my phone here, my iPad here, and then Uncle Doug has his over there too. So it should all be fine now. I think we've got it figured out, so we shouldn't spend too much time on that because I did want to get into today. Today is going to be pretty quick. I think that I'll be able to get it done in less than 2 hours, especially with myself being as chatty as I can be. But I wanted to show you guys. So whenever my dad picks something out for me, I always want to brag about it. So my dad picked out this super cute thick flannel. He knows that I only wear guy flannels. I don't like the way that girl flannels look or feel when they're on. The colors, anything. Keep them away from me. So we went shopping when he was in town and he held this up. He goes, "What do you think about this?" I'm like, "I love it. I love it." So I bought it and it's got this fuzzy inside. It's so soft, and then it's got like the nice thick flannel on the outside. It's amazing. You would pair that cuff with the whale tail mustache blank. Ooh, that would be cool. Good afternoon to you, Lisa. So we have a few things to go over today. I think everything that's on the live shop that we're offering today is not even available to purchase on the retail site. So special products for you guys. Not only that, I'm gonna pop up this little pop-up so I don't forget, because I knew I was gonna forget. But I thought that it would be important to say that today's offering is 50% off retail minimum. 50% off retail just for today's offering. So we're giving you a great deal this week. But that does exclude the crystal pack because we are running low on crystals, and Swarovski is getting harder and harder to find, and it's getting more and more expensive. So and I know I haven't done a crystal pack in a few weeks, so that was something that is not 50% off, but everything else is at least 50% off. They are great for layering. I just got complimented on it the other day at the store that I went to, and the guy was like, I really like your jacket. I was like, thanks. I just got it, and it's my first time wearing it out. So that's always fun when you get something new and then somebody immediately compliments it as soon as you're walking out and about. But let's see what we have for these cuffs. We only have 2 of these cuff packs left. It's actually not letting me pop up anything on Carter right now. So that's strange. Maybe there's something going on with the iPad. Okay, so not that one. It's the one above it. There we go. All right, cart 101 for the cuff pack. 2 pieces for $18, which this pack retails for $36. So you are getting 50% off on these cuffs. They are solid brass. They're nice and thick. I know Jean has featured this cuff before, but I went with a little bit of a different color combo than what she had on hers, because why should we show you the same thing twice? So we're going to give you a different color combo for this one. It's very winter Wonderland themed today. And then this is what it's going to look like when it comes in. So, I mean, look at how thick this is. Oh, that's okay, Kathy. It's good to see you. And hi, Carmen. Thanks, Patty. So this is a nice, thick brass cuff, naturally aged. This has not had our process done on it, but it's a little bit darker brass, which is absolutely beautiful. It's more of that vintage look. These actually might even be vintage. We'll have to see what Jean says when she chimes in. Super duper cute, great for painting, and it looks pretty by itself without any paint too. Yes, just getting started. This is the first item that we're showing and demoing today. And then, you know what's crazy is that I use the same 3 paints for everything today. So it's going to be super easy paint color-wise. So let's get out these paints right now while we're chatting about it. And then we'll see what colors are we using today. You guys might be surprised that I'm not even using any mermaid fin, which, starting to look at it, it does kind of look like mermaid fin, but it's definitely not mermaid fin. All right, our first color in our color palette is pale tan, which is also quote-unquote sandstone in the other line. So pale tan first. They are vintage. Okay, cool. So these are vintage cuffs. Last time I checked, there was only 2 packs left. Next, we're coming in with Moonstone, which is also metallic silver. Put that in there. I need quite a bit of that. So let's turn this the right way. Moonstone. There we go. And then we're coming in with our blue fluorite. How pretty. So Moonstone, blue fluorite, and pale tan is our winter palette today. I'm gonna shift this so you guys can see all three colors in there. That's such a pretty palette. Put these off to the side for now. Ooh, you grabbed the ring? Which one? The brass one or the plated moon one? Because the brass one's stunning. I love it. And I'm actually probably going to take this flannel off because now I'm getting a little hot. That's what you get for sitting in front of a bajillion lights. Just kidding. There's not that many, but sometimes it feels like that. All right. Let's get on to our silicone mat that we love using. Beautiful. Put our finished one up there. Actually put it like this so we can see it a little bit. And this is how I ended up painting it anyway. So I think this is a pretty good view. Oh, the brass oval adjustable. Yes. That is also the ring that everybody received one free one in their live shop order, which we are making pretty good headway on the orders and getting them out. I think I only have 18 left for the live shop, but we do have quite a bit for retail and wholesale. But we are getting those done. So I think your order should be shipping relatively soon, within the next day or two. So that's why Uncle Doug's out there today, is he is doing a lot of shipping while I'm doing this. So we are being smart with our time and multitasking and trying to get you guys your products as soon as we can. Sorry, my paper towel got stuck and I think I got a little leftover resin that was on it. That's probably why it's stuck. Alright, I'm coming in with a medium-sized brush. I'm going to clean this off quick. I probably should have cleaned out my paint jar. Uncle Doug was nice enough to clean my paint palettes for me. My plastic ones, because I spent quite a bit of time cleaning this ceramic one. It's very difficult to get paint off of ceramic. I tell you what. But that's why our plastic, I could do this brush maybe. That's why our plastic palettes are amazing, is because you can literally like stick your nail or like let's say a bead awl underneath the paint and it just comes up with like a little bit of scrubbing. So the plastic ones are definitely way easier to clean than the ceramic. Look, I couldn't even get this spot off. And it took me forever to even get resin out of here too. Alright. Let's get into some painting here. So these are the three colors that I ended up using. I'm going to start on this side, and I used our blue fluorite first. So I tried to keep it within this border here. It doesn't matter if you go off just a little bit, because I just wanted a slight variation of color between the two sides and then that middle part. So we're just very quickly, I want to say loosely, putting this on here. Probably should have grabbed my heat gun. I mean, it's here. I just haven't pulled it up from under the table yet. Just give me a second, because I want to start doing the heat gun pretty dang quick on this because the paint does want to flow. Hold on. Alright, so just in that area, we're coming in with our... Oh yeah, we are very, very, very packed with stuff that we have to do. It's actually crazy. And we're still doing lives, which, wowzers. We have a lot going on. Alright, I'm going to add some more of this because I want the paint to be a bit more opaque with this blue fluoride. Come in with that heat gun again. Pretty good. I'll go on the other side now. I'm going to mix that up because it's already starting to settle. So you need to mix it up. That's why you need to shake your paints. They settle very fast. They are high quality, high pigmented paints. So you need to shake, shake, shake to get all of that working. Start from the bottom down here and probably pull up to prevent more pooling at the end there. Looks like I pulled a little bit on that side. That's alright, because that's where that color's going to end up going anyway. Just wanted to add a little bit of heat. This is going to end up bordering, so I'm just going to pull this through so that drop doesn't dry, but then I'll get back to that spot here in a minute. Looking pretty good. I know, Aunt Jean sent me all these amazing wintry themed items, and I love them. They're so fun to play with. And then she sent me some other things. I just got the wolf box on my desk yesterday, so I need to see what wolfy type things. I found this other wolf, like pewter casting, which I'm hoping there's more. Not like, I didn't find it in the box, but this pewter casting was one of those things that we had done for our private label. And it's like, it almost looks like a werewolf. So we love wolves, and I'm hoping that this box is going to have some wolves in it. I haven't opened it yet, but when I think of winter and my favorite animal, it's definitely wolves. So we're calling it that. This is going to be our wolf wish. Oh, a wolf wish. That's so cute. I need my wolf wish to come true. But maybe Jean remembers the pewter casting. I think it was for, oh man, I can't even think of what collection was it? I remember, but it almost gave it like a werewolf feel. But it was silver, and then it had a silver antique plating on it, I think, or it was spray painted, one or the other, but it was really pretty. So maybe everybody cross your fingers for me that we're going to get some wolves soon. I did not resin the cuff. I used the moonstone to make it look sharp. Alright, that's looking pretty good. So I bordered it and continued the border in the middle part. And then we're going to come in with, we can probably just do this to get some of that dark blue off, because I do like the mixed tones. I find that using a little bit of the existing paint that you're using on, like not wiping it off all the way, helps create that overall tone to be neutral and meshed. Like this. So there's color variation, but it's slight. It's kind of the look that I was trying to achieve. All right, and then we need to come in with our pale tan, mix that up. You guys could maybe see that color difference there. I know I'm adding a little bit of blue to it, but that's what I want. A little bit of blue. Keeps that winter. Ooh, let me put up your comment there. I have been wearing my cuff every second since we featured it in the Dragon's Hoard Live. It is so comfy and the antique has held up superbly. Love it. So we have our pale tan mixture. That's going in the center here. It's got just a tiny bit of that blue fluorite. I mean, like, just the smallest amount left over on our brush to give it that little tint of blue. Oh, that's starting to pool. Hold on. I do need to soak up a little bit of that that's going over. But we end up overlaying with this moonstone, which is going to mesh all the colors and give it that really sparkly feel. I'm not a you need to color within the lines type of gal. I like the organic look. And you're going to have to do this one in layers. Pulling up some more of that pale tan. Probably going to start drying it right now before it starts pooling over the edges again. Curved things are a little bit harder to paint because the paint wants to pool. Maybe we'll just keep our heat gun on. That seems to be the trick if it's not drying as fast as I need it to. Usually I'll just keep the heat gun on it until I get the opaque look that I'm looking for. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. Beautiful. All right. And then we need to come in our pale tan mixture just along the edges here on the side that we haven't bordered yet. So we bordered the middle portion, but we have not bordered our ends yet. So coming in and bordering with that pale tan mixture around the edges. Once I seem like I have a good spot to keep my item while I'm demoing, it seems like the camera wants to shift. So we're going to try and avoid that. Heat gun. Ooh, Lisa, so exciting. Good luck at your market. It seems like, so yes, I would agree with you on some of the paints, Peggy, with preheating the metal. So that works with the paints pretty good, but because the antique, so the pale tan I used in the antique instead of the ultimate paint, so it's still a little bit hard to do that even with the preheated metal, but that is a good tip for sure for the ultimate paints. I'm gonna dry that corner, that edge. Ooh, cool. Oh, Monica. Oh, jeez. Someone's gonna have to read some comments to me. There's too many coming in. Alright. I'm just doing a couple touch-up spots Add a little bit of this dark back to the middle border. That's looking pretty good. And then make sure you mix up your metallic really good because that settled really fast too. Again, not dipping or not cleaning off my brush in between, so it still carries that same tone throughout. And we're going to do a nice heavier coat of the moonstone over top, which is going to make everything blend and everything nice and shiny. We love our shiny things. So brushing everything with that moonstone, which is also metallic white in the antique line, if you guys need that info. Something else with heating that I have noticed. So if you apply heat for too long, your paint will start to bubble. So don't overheat because your paint will start to bubble. Because I have had that happen on several occasions where I just haven't been paying attention and I've had my heater just sitting there like, oop, I just painted my phone. Like pointed at it like this, like as I'm painting, and it has made my paint bubble. Even though it was like dry, it still went through and made it bubble. It was really strange. But I have encountered that several times while doing the live stuff. So be careful. You can heat it, but don't overheat because I have had mine bubble. Beautiful. With our moonstone. Good. I'm going to dunk my brush now. I'm going to dry this. Yes, if the metal gets too hot, I have had paint bubble. Yeah. But I feel like, yes, some techniques that is very good for, especially if that's something that you're intending. But if you're not intending that and it bubbles, you don't realize it, and then your paint peels, it'll peel with the bubble too. So just be mindful about what types of techniques you're trying to achieve, etc., etc. I'm just gliding my nail along the edge here to get some of this thicker stuff out of there. Looking good. If you don't have nails, you can do it with your file. That's what I did with the first one. Looks good to me. Because I didn't want my edges to be done like that. Then you take your Vintaj file. Oh geez, is that the one tool that I didn't grab? Are you kidding me, Corian? I've been really good about, oh, there it is, trying to make sure that I have everything. It was just over on the table a little bit farther. I have not seen any in the wild. I've seen really big coyotes that you're like, is that a wolf or is that a coyote? But if I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever seen one in the wild. I have seen them at like the zoo and stuff like that, but they are probably my favorite animal, I have to say, would be the wolf. For the longest time there, you guys, one of my passwords, I won't tell you the whole password, but it was silver wolves and then some numbers, etc., etc. But for the longest time, my password had something to do with wolves, whether it was silver wolves, anything like that. Yeah, there's lots of coyotes and foxes here. I think we do have some wolves too. I know we have bobcats. There is been sightings of bears here recently. They said that bears are moving back into our area. I'm trying to think what other cool animals we have here. There are mountain lions here. What else? We have pelicans. You do not want to see one in the wild. You know, after all my doggies that I currently have are gone, I do plan on getting a wolf breed, a dog wolf breed. They make some really cool mixes. Obviously, it has to be, I think legally for you to own like a wolf breed like that, it has to be like 80% dog, but we'll see. My two dogs that I had prior to the ones I have now, one of which her name was Allie. She was a Husky Labrador Retriever mix, and she was 120 pounds, and she looked kind of like a wolf. If you were in the woods by yourself and you saw this thing coming at you, you'd be like, "It's a wolf," you know. Oh yes, I would love to come to Alaska. I've always wanted to go to Yellowstone too and see the wolves. All right, now for my edge here, I'm going to come in and apply some etching to my top edge and not just my side edges. I like things to look detailed, worked on, hand worked on. Yes, definitely don't mess with the wolves. I've not seen that about raccoons, but I have seen that about foxes. They are saying that foxes are wanting to domesticate themselves. The only raccoon stories that I see are the ones that have rabies. They're like, oh, this dog got rabies because of this raccoon that was tested and came positive for rabies. Do not go picking up raccoons. Don't go near raccoons. They carry so many diseases, and I'll tell you what, it took us a good 10 shots to kill one that was on our deck that was like rabid like that. That like seemed rabid because it was like middle of the day on the deck, like eating the bird feed, and it was going really slow. We shot it in the head like 12 times and it didn't die. But then it finally ended up dying. But we can't have raccoons like that around our animals or what would have been kids under the age of 10, you know? Which raccoons are super cute for sure. My mom used to have a pet raccoon, but yes, be very, very careful around raccoons, please. Oh, that's cool, Renee. I love big dogs. Speaking of big dogs, I just took Remy to the vet yesterday morning, and he weighed in at 80 pounds. He's still got probably another 10 pounds to go before he's filled out, but he's up there. He's a big doggy. And then Nora went to her vet appointment. She was like 62 pounds. Aries went to her vet appointment. She was 60 some pounds. And Bear, his vet appointment, he was 72 pounds. So all of my dogs are over 60 pounds. Now imagine 4 60 to 90 pound dogs in your bed. No thanks. That's too many. But that's the agreement I made when I didn't necessarily want 4 dogs, but committed to 4 dogs. So they all live happy lives. They're all indoors. We have a fenced in yard, which makes it super easy just to open up the back door and let them out. I'm still grazing this to my liking. But after this portion, I'm going to come in with the relief block. 44 pounds? Aww, that's so cute. Gabrielle, I have, so my first own dog, her name is Nora Pup. We call her Pup. But she is 8 years old, and she had 10 puppies, and I kept 2 of the puppies. So she is a pit bull terrier mix, and then my boyfriend Ian of almost 5 years wanted his own dog, so we got Remy, and he is a Dogo Argentino pit bull mix because his parents or his brother's dog had babies, but his brother moved up to Alaska, so then Ian's parents had to take care of the dog, and then they found out that she was having babies. So she had 6 babies, and then Ian picked one from that litter, and then that's how we ended up with puppies because he didn't want to get Remy fixed. And Nora had not been fixed. I mean, she'd been good for how many years, never worried about it. But one day, it just happened when I was on the toilet and Ian was watching them. Quote unquote, watching them. So we ended up with 10 puppies. So Nora is a pit bull terrier mix. Remy, the dad, is a Dogo Argentino pit bull mix. And then Aries and Bear, they are Dogo Argentino pit bull terrier mixes. It's kind of hard to keep track of and to explain it to people, but I have a mom, a dad, and 2 babies at home. Puppy style. Alright. That's our beautiful cuff. Looking pretty stinking gorgeous. I'm loving these wintry colors. Oh, Kathy, your dog's only 15 pounds? That's crazy. If you wanted this a little bit darker, I'd put a little less moonstone over the blue fluorite, but otherwise, this looks really stinking good. Thanks, Gabrielle. I love them so much. They're my babies, but Nora Pup will always be my favorite. Always. I tell them that all the time, too, now that they understand. A Dogo Argentino? Look up a Dogo Argentino, Peggy. And you're going to be like, holy cow, Corian. Literally, they're like horses and bears combined. They don't look ugly, but they're just a very aggressive looking breed, I will say. They are scary. I will say if I didn't know Remy and he came running after me, I'd be booking it the other direction. But he's such a good dog. All right. There's our cuff pack. That looks phenomenal. And don't forget, for orders this week, as in starting from the pre-order till we start shipping them, orders over $100 get a free gift in their order. It can be something that I made in the classes, in our little lives here, or it could be like little sampler, like charmy things, so on and so forth. Can't even spell it. So Dogo, D-O-G-O, and then instead of Argentina, do Argentino with an O. I was gonna say 0 with an O at the end. Thanks, Marietta. You guys can also, you can glue like little chatons or even bigger chatons in here too. And I know Lisa said something about the whale tail mustache blank. Oh, I'm seeing it. Okay, I see it now, Lisa. I was like, where is she gonna put that? And now, don't those look like a pair of lips? Look at the lips. I see lips or a mustache in this cuff. Or the whale tail, like Lisa was saying. All right, that's enough of our cuff. Uncle Doug, do you want to do a trivia right away, or do you want to hold off for another one? You'll have to nod your head because you're muted. Okay. All right, we're going to do a trivia we're going to bring Uncle Doug back on. And hopefully our, whatchamacallit, thing will let him chat here without us being echoey. All right, you're on, Uncle
Okay, I
Doug.
hope you hear me. So, Corey, before you show the stuff, put the bracelet up again.
What do you
No,
see?
I can't believe you didn't see it.
What is it?
Okay, just take 2 of the lobes, right? 2 of the lobes, cover everything else.
Okay.
Okay, just 1 of the bracelets, the top one.
Oh.
Okay, cover them up. What do you see?
I see a mustache.
Ski goggles.
Oh! I see it now.
Yeah.
They do look like ski or snowboard goggles.
Yeah, ski goggles.
That is funny.
You could just put some eyeballs on there. It'd be funny.
That
All
is
right.
funny.
You want to show the big one too? The big
Oh,
giveaway?
yeah.
We didn't show that at the
Thanks
beginning,
for
I
the
don't believe.
reminder. So hopefully it's not echoey. I'm hoping that we had fixed that. We'll see. This is the... Hold on. I have to take... There we go. This is the Big Loot giveaway for the end of the live. So make sure you love react to the live to be entered for this insanely huge giveaway. Oh, look at that mushroom.
I know, isn't that cool?
That is the
Yeah,
cutest
I found
little
that,
mushroom.
handpicked that one out.
I
It's
love
got
it.
some really nice detail in it.
Okay, I'm taking that. Just kidding. Whoever
Oh,
wins this can have it, but just know that I want that. It's so cute. All right, so you guys know the drill. Love react to the live for a chance to win. You must have an open order with us on vintageliveshop.com to claim.
okay, so put up the first trivia.
All right, we'll do
And I've got a question ready here. I'm going to fire it up after you
Okay.
show what it is.
So
Oh,
we're
okay,
gonna
that's a
do
nice
this
one.
really pretty. It's a 10K gold roped necklace that is pre-finished. It is brass based but plated 10K gold. And then it's set so it comes with a double roped finished, also base metal brass plated 10K gold bracelet. So it's our little double with our necklace. So it's a necklace and bracelet set for our trivia giveaway today.
Very nice one.
You can pop that trivia in whenever.
Okay. So here's our trivia question. What Beatles album features a zebra crossing on its cover?
What
Get your
Beatles
answers in here.
album features a zebra crossing on its cover? Hi, Joanne. You can't see me, but you can hear me.
I've got a doodle all ready to go. Just waiting for a name here. Someone can get the
Amazing.
answer. Abbey Road.
Is that the right
And
one?
that is Kathy Coppinger. Congratulations.
Good job, Kathy. Kathy is so good at trivia. She wins every week, I swear.
Okay, here's my doodle. So I'll put up a doodle.
Kathy?
You have to take the comment down.
Kathy is a trivia queen.
Whoops. Okay, here we go.
With some mountains.
A little mountain scene,
Wait.
a little ice fishing going on out there.
That is so stinking cute.
I got a little moose on the shore. Come on, I'm trying to pick up my game. Peggy's, all over me, so I gotta up my game a little bit.
That's so
Or since
good.
Corey started doing multicolor.
Did not have to Google that one, she said. All right. So I'm just gonna put. I'm gonna make a note of this because I don't have the bags over here. Uncle Doug has the bags.
I've got it. Now I'm bringing this over.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. See you in a few.
Okay. All right. Good job, Kathy. you get a necklace and bracelet set, and these are pre-finished, so lovely, lovely, lovely. Why wasn't the doodle a zebra? I don't know, Uncle Doug. Why wasn't the doodle a zebra? Peggy said.
I'm not that fast. Plus, it'd be so small, it could have been a zebra.
That is so funny.
A zebra with antlers. How about that?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So, okay, Lisa. I hope you have a good time at your appointment. Even though we never like appointments, I hope you have a good time. At least, I don't know, a nice time or something. We don't like bad appointments. No, no, no. All right, our next matter of business is the oval filigree ring that Lisa was chatting about that she had already picked up. So, ooh, Jean, you're doing a show today? Good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world. So serious. I love doing shows. All right, so this is a solid brass ring. It's our filigree oval ring. It is adjustable, so you can pull it, push it back in, whatever you need to do with it for it to fit, so you can wear it as a ring. Super cute. Paint it, add little chatons on there would be super cute. All of that fun stuff. But you guys know that every order last week received a free one of these. So if you love it and you want more, this is the pack to do it. But I did want to feature these in the case that somebody didn't get the chance to order last week. And if they wanted these, they can most definitely pick them up now. And then we'll go through how I made these earrings that I also showed last week. Well, no wonder. No wonder. I'm just gonna very quickly clean my camera lens here because there is a big old smudge on there and it is making this look a little wonky. I want to get that smudge off on all three of my lenses. Holy cow. Okay, sorry about that. It looks like there's still maybe a little smudge on there, but it's definitely way better than what it was. All right. Here are the earrings that I was talking about. So that's the solid brass ring either side, and then it drops into some Swarovski rivolis. There you go. I'll pop up Jean's comment here while we get into this. So I'm going to pull this nearly straight. So I'm just bending it out. You don't even need tools to really do it, especially if you like the organic look like I do. Because these have like a little bit of wave in between. But I think that looks good. And then we're going to chop this baby in half. I like to get it pretty much even on both sides. Make sure I don't cut in the wrong spot though. Just using my metal shears for that. You can file your sharp edges with your file because we don't want to get any little cuts or things on them. All right. So I am guilty of shopping for Black Friday, other than Vintaj. But I'm guilty at shopping at Best Buy for Black Friday. And I picked up my new blender that I'm so excited to use because not only does it blend like smoothies and stuff like that, it comes with like 2 cups, like those exercise cups that you see like people drinking like pre-workout and stuff out of, but they attach to the blender. So that feels pretty good. I'm just rubbing my finger across to see if anything catches, and it doesn't. So that's great. But it comes with 2 little smoothie things, so I can make my smoothie and then just take the cup with me and put the lid on it. Okay, love you too, Debbie. We'll see you later. And then it also has a mixing bread setting. So it comes with a whole different like thing to mix bread with. I'm just rolling these ends in to make a loop. And I got it for like $100, but it was this, it's like the blender, 2 cups, a mixing bowl like for veggies and stuff like that, and then it's got the bread setting, so I don't need a bread mixer when I make like banana bread and stuff now. It's amazing. And it's a ninja. It's like my first good blender. And then I just gave my blender that I had gotten from my parents years and years ago when I first moved into my house. I ended up giving that to my little brother today. So now he has a blender that he can use. So not only am I giving something to somebody else, which is typically what I like to do with my, like, with things that I don't have any purpose for, I would rather, you know, just give it away to somebody who needs it versus selling it typically, because that's just how I am. But I do plan on selling my oven because I ordered a new oven for the house that's going to benefit us. But Best Buy does this thing. Your KitchenAid does everything. That's how I feel about this Ninja blender or whatever. That looks pretty good to me. We rolled those loops. Beautiful. Attached ear wires to that top loop. But yeah, so it's gonna be nice having some newer things in the kitchen. But I do plan on selling my oven because it'll just be money towards my new oven. At the end here, you're going to slide a JRV40. That's at least, or just JR40. That's just the size of the jump ring that I use in the end. And then a JR10 with a Rivoli filigree wrap. So pretty dang easy, but these are absolutely stunning, especially with those shepherd hook ear wires, which I do have these listed in 10K gold, sterling silver plate, and raw brass on vintagelifeshop.com. So make sure you grab these in the case that you love them, or if you didn't get the chance to take advantage of that free promo that we were running last week for them. Also, super simple, but so pretty. Just look at those. Just look at it, would ya? Ooh, we might have the same one then, Lynn. I'm so excited to do the smoothie cups thing, because then you have to like pour the smoothie into a whole different cup, but if I can blend it right in the cup and then take the cup with me, you bet your butts that I'm going to start doing this in the morning before I leave for work. With my little icy here, so on and so forth. But that's what I'm guilty of getting for Black Friday, our appliances. But Best Buy has this really cool thing. I have a Best Buy credit card. I'm going to pull these off the screen while I talk about my little trick here. The Best Buy credit card, it gives me the option for no interest financing for 2 years. So, like, my new oven and my new blender is going to cost me $40 a month until, like, I have enough cash just to, like, put it towards it and be like, okay, it's done. But if you pay it off within, like, 2 years, I think some of them are, then you don't have to pay interest on them, which is super nice. And then I'm also super smart, so they have these like little deals going on, which you should see if your credit cards have these deals. But if you spend so much outside of said credit cards, like if I spend so much outside of Best Buy, I get a $40 certificate and a $75 certificate, which is going to pay for my microwave. So, and I'm just using that for normal purchases like my gas and stuff that I normally would use a credit card for. So I'm just getting free money out of it. And, well, free appliances, I should say, thankfully. So I love new appliances. Or new, like, I wanted to get a new, whatchamacallit, steamer. Like a steam cleaner. Alright. Chatting about these bracelets quick. They are brass-based hinged bracelets that are plated in silver. Super cute, very easy to clasp and unclasp, and only the one side does. The other side is like looped, so that part doesn't come off. It's just the one side and then folds back over. You get 3 pieces for $20, cart 103. And I'll put this on quick. Which ones, Lynn? These hinged bracelets? Are you talking about these? Is there a way to make them bigger? I have some and they are pretty small. I've been adding beads. Any other ideas? You could, how would I make this bigger? Because you still need to be able to, I don't think you're going to be able to get much bigger with these ones specifically, Lynn. Because you do have to be able to hinge it. I'm trying to think. I mean, that's a good idea with like adding the beads and stuff to it. You could add like some other charm there, or you could even, here, we can probably unhinge this side, the side that's not supposed to come unhinged. Maybe, there we go. So we can take that off. You could potentially do little charms on either side. So I know these aren't little charms, but like, let's just say that these are little charms. And then you can do like a larger jump ring to hinge into this side. You could do it like that. But I like it like this, but you would need a larger loop to be able to hinge into that. So that's why I'm saying do the jump ring as your locked hinge, and then another jump ring for your normal hinge. There we go. To make it larger, cut the top. Rivet a piece in between. Yeah, you could potentially rivet too. You could do, let's see, you could put washers over these large holes if you didn't want that large hole look. And then rivet charms too. I think there's a few different ways that you could go about doing them. Oh, yeah. You could definitely, you could cut this in half. Hold on, I'm just gonna see here if that would work. Because it is plated, and I'm pretty sure it's brass, but now that I'm cutting it, it might be steel. Nope. Definitely not working with our shears. My shears do not want to cut that. Alright, so actually, these might be steel braid. These look like they're steel based. Scratch the brass based. Whoever put RB in front of this is a jerk, because that means raw brass, but that's steel. I don't know if you're going to be able to cut that with your shears. Good thing I'm testing it. Yeah, I am pretty positive that's steel in there. So, are you sure they're brass? Because I have never, ever had an issue. I mean, the markings underneath, it's just silver. Like, there is no brass. I think these might be steel. Because I've never, ever, ever had an issue cutting these. Here, maybe I'm going to cut the end here. I have to see, because I don't want to tell you that they are something and it's not. I'm pretty sure, from what I'm seeing, because even this very little thing here, I don't know. Pewter would be softer, not harder. Yeah, definitely not pewter. Pewter would cut super easy. So I just finally got that cut. Do not recommend cutting these. Don't cut them. The good thing we test it right, because if you wanted to buy them just for cutting, that's not working. Definitely not working. Let's see what a hole punch does. So hole punch should have no problem if it's brass. Oh, yep, definitely not punching it either. Might be able to do the screw down hole punch. We're doing a little bit of testing right now, you guys. Let's see. I do have my screw down right here. Let's pop this sucker out. It's definitely not pewter. Peggy said jeweler saw. Okay, so the screw down hole punch works. So you can punch holes with your screw down hole punch. Yeah, Hacksaw. Have you ever seen Hacksaw Ridge? That's a movie. Alright, so if I'm looking at the inside of this, I don't know. I can't tell you if it's one way or the other because it's looking pretty silvery. Either way, don't cut with shears. Will not cut with shears. You'll want a jeweler's saw, but it can be hole punched with the screw down hole punch. So, you know what? That means these are super heavy duty. When I hammered it, it didn't crack like the plating does sometimes. Interesting. Interesting.
It's weird. Is it a stainless or something? Is it maybe it's a stainless steel?
Yeah, it's not magnetic,
It's not,
which our brass is magnetic.
No, it's not.
Some of it is.
Nope. None of it is. You have to have
what
iron
do you mean?
You have to have iron in brass.
I've had brass stick to my magnet on my phone case.
No.
Like actual brass.
You actually haven't, because brass doesn't have any steel in it. It's non-magnetic.
That's interesting.
Non-ferrous. So you could have had something that was bronze plated with a steel underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been.
No, there were some like tiny jump ring things that we've never had. I know, super strange. I know.
Yeah.
It might be stainless.
Yeah. If it's non-magnetic, it could be either stainless.
Yeah. Interesting. I think that's enough on that one, though. But, like I said, heavy duty, we're going to call it our heavy duty hinged bracelet. There we go. Beautiful. Do the heavy duty hinged bracelet. You could potentially you could paint this, you could glue some chatons on it, you can hole punch it and do some little charms dropping off the end. There's a lot of different things that you can do for this bracelet piece. All right, but that's enough for that. We don't need to spend too much time on it. I am glad that we were able to see if we could cut it, hole punch it. You can probably hammer it. Someone said, Lynn hammered it, and she said the plating didn't crack like plating does sometimes when you hammer it. All right, so that's that. Which I don't know what it would have been that magnetized my phone, because we do use steel in some of our jewelry products. We only use steel and brass, though, I think, typically. Of course. All right. Next, we're getting into our wire-wrapped earrings. These are our pretty wire stars here. I'm a big fan of, when I saw these, I was very excited. Ooh, our star pack is cart 100. 4 pieces for $20. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. No, you're fine, Lynn. It's really good to be able to test things out like that. So serious. There's no derailing, no apology needed. It's really good to test items like that, because if I'm going to say something, I don't want it to be wrong, you know? So I'm going to be like, oh, you can cut this, you can blah, 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 and then you get it and you're like, Corian, this is impossible to cut. So it's really good that we went through and tried those things. I like to be very knowledgeable before I share my knowledge of how things are like done when they're being demoed, etc., etc. So this is the finished one that I did. All I did was paint this the pale tan, added some of that moonstone on top, because I didn't want it to be white and I didn't want it to be tan. So I did that really pretty neutral between the white tan and then the moonstone on top to give it that star shimmer, and then added these cute little wrapped looped bicones there at the end. So just a few. So there's 3 on either side. And that's literally all I did, was paint it, wire wrapped some bicones, or did the wrap looped on the bicones, and then attached them in my open spots for my stars. They are so stinking cute, though, and I have a feeling that we don't have a lot of these left either. There are only 3 packs of this left. The cuff pack has sold out. There's 7 ring packs left of that oval filigree ring. There's only 5 of the snowflake sampler. I might do that one next then, if that one's gonna probably sell out too. But for the crystal pack, while I have these up, I'm explaining them to you. I'm gonna put this out, which these are the little, some of the crystals in here I didn't use in a design, but I thought that they were really good for that winter feel. But I do have these crystals here. You're going to get 14 of the crystal clear bicones, which are the crystals that I used in these stars, as well as the ballerina earrings that we'll feature very shortly. But after this one, I think we'll do another trivia, Uncle Doug. Not right now, but in a minute. All right, so if you want to get your trivia question ready, that is. Gonna give you a little heads up there. All right, so for our crystal pack, I am going to pop that up on screen left. I think I only have 10 left of those. 23 pieces for $24, cart 104. Let me slide these up for a second so we can really focus. We have this Swarovski Golden Shadow twist bead. Thanks, Candy. For the star earrings, I used the pale tan in the antique line and a moonstone in the ultimate paint line. I did the pale tan first and then topped with moonstone after. So this is the Golden Shadow Swarovski twist bead. Beautiful facets. And then you're going to get 2 of the check jewel drops. These are crystal clear also. Lots of facets. They catch the sun really, really, really prettily in a pretty manner. These are the Swarovski crystal clear galactic beads. These are really, 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 really pretty as like chain extenders or adding a little bit of fanciness to your chain. I would do it like in the middle of a section on one of the sides, which we have featured in the Bella collection before. And then you're going to get 4 of these topaz bicone beads. These are also used in the ballerina earrings. And then I will say the 14 pieces again are these little tiny crystal clear bicone beads. So lots of cute crystals and beads, winter themed with our topaz and our crystal clear. Bring that down a little bit so you guys can see it. Adorable. So make sure you grab that, cart 104. I thought there was only 10 left, but let me double look here. Refresh my page. Yes, 10 left of those. There's only 3 of the wire stars left. So make sure you grab up the wire stars because I don't know if those will come back. So we're trying to do like a little bit of a theme, like the Winter Wonderland theme. Because guess what? My snow resort opens on Friday, so I'm going to start doing my snowboard lessons again here very, very soon. So I'm excited to be able to get out there and not only make some money, but be able to get on my snowboard again. There we go. We love those cash tips too. If you're tipping, use cash. Always use cash. Did you know they... Never mind. I was going to say something, but never mind. I will say that the federal level, where they did the no tax on tips and no tax on overtime, was amazing. But guess what? Illinois is not doing that, so you will still be taxed on your tips, Illinois. Sorry. Not our fault, but you guys could probably guess. All right, so that is for our star pack. Can Uncle Doug nod if he's ready? All right, Uncle Doug. We'll get him back on here. I'll take my star pack down, and you are good to speak.
Am I good to speak? I am good to speak.
Good to
Okay,
go.
we got another trivia question here. You want to throw some little product up on the screen there?
Yep, we have some cards today. A couple blank packs, so these are some different assorted blanks in both of these packs, and then this cute little filigree flower duo with the nice smooth jump rings there.
Okay, so I've got an easy question, so this will go really fast, I presume.
All right, I'm ready for you.
Are you ready?
Yep.
What was the name of the talking dog in the Jetsons?
There we go. Your comment finally came up.
Hey, a temporary no tax is better than a never no tax, right? So anytime you can avoid a tax, it's a great day.
You know, you're supposed to be taxed for some things, but then those taxes are supposed to go away after some time. And guess what? They never seem to go away, but they always seem to add.
I mean, usually things once they're legislated, they're usually in for the term of whoever legislated them or that Congress. Unless the Congress is going to undo it, you got 2 years, right?
Right.
So that'll help our servers for some period of time. Our hospitality people. Wow, everybody kind of got this one pretty quickly. Lynn appears to be the first correct answer, Lynn Lober.
Good job, Lynn.
Yeah.
So Lynn got the blank pack.
And
you have your doodle.
All right, write Lynn's name on the doodle here.
Carlene said, lost you on Facebook, but can get you on YouTube. And then it looks like someone said, had to switch to YouTube. Facebook was freezing. Totally messed up my computer.
Okay, Lynn.
Is that a scarf?
Bundle up with a scarf. Yep.
Cute.
Winter season.
I love it. All right, I'll see you over here in a few.
Okay, see ya.
All right. Isn't that crazy, though? And that's funny that you said that, Gabrielle. You'll definitely have to check out California, but I think I think a lot of the Democratic states will probably still tax on tips, et cetera, but I'm hoping that they all kind of come to terms on the no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. Because why the heck should I be taxed if I'm working over 40 hours a week? You know? Just get rid of property taxes. I don't want those. Find your money somewhere else. Stop taking from me. Because it's crazy. They expect you to pay house insurance and your mortgage and your car payment and car insurance. And they tax you on your car. And they tax you on the gas that you buy to drive your car. And just tax. It seems like everything's taxed and double taxed and triple taxed. And
I should have put a different trivia in. I should have put in The Tax Man by the Beatles. Have you heard that song? Everybody heard The Tax Man?
Probably.
Declare those pennies on your eyes when you die.
Oh, gee.
Tax Man. Oh, who's our first one?
All right. So let's get into our ballerinas. Thanks for doing that, Uncle Doug. Oh, I have lost my other ballerina earring. Here we go. I found it. All right. Our ballerinas. Super cute. Perfect for the Christmas season, of course. Well, yes, there are some things that I think are very reasonable things to be taxed, but you're literally taxed on everything. There should be like caps on insurance rates, cap on interest rates for people with better credit scores versus lower credit scores. Like, but it's just how the world is, unfortunately. Some taxes are good, but there are a lot of taxes that are not good. Yeah, pay my taxes. Please. Just kidding. All right. Ballerina pack, 9 pieces for, what, $18? Cart 105. I do have it popped up on my thing, but it doesn't look like it's showing up for you guys yet. That's what I'm talking about. Like, Switcher's been super weird. I do have it clicked, but it's not popping up on screen. So, there it goes, finally. Cart 105 for the ballerina pack. These are brass-based, but plated in gold. Very detailed dress. Love it. So cute. It's got your little loop there at the top. But she's even, I don't know, what would you call that, Aunt Jean? I'm not a ballerina. Or maybe Ainsley. Is Ainsley on here? What is this position called for ballet? Because I don't know. But it's super cute and also super easy. So I wanted to show you guys how I did this. I grabbed an HPF 15 for my crystals here. And what I did was created a wrapped loop on either side. Yeah, good thing you did get the first one, Kathy. You're a trivia queen. I'm just clipping the head off that HPF 15. And I'm going to slide on my bicone. So I'm doing a crystal clear one first, and then a topaz one, and then another crystal clear one. And I kind of put it in the middle here to gauge where I need to put my fifth position. I don't know what that is. Maybe I should try to do that position. Nah. Maybe at the very end, I'll give you guys a little giggle. All right. So I got my position here on my pliers. So I'm going to do a wrapped loop on one side, which you can do this with wire too. You don't need to do it with the HPF 15. It's just what I had on hand at the moment. I'm going to create a wrapped loop though, so I'm going to pull this around, or try to pull it around. Hold on. I'm going to grab it here with my pliers at the loop so I don't pull my loop too much. I'll give you a look. So I'm holding my loop. I'm going to take my other chain nose pliers and I'm going to pull my loop around while trying to keep that center. It can be hard, but I really like the way that this looked. Oop, sorry. Didn't mean to whack my phone. Uncle Doug's also been coughing quite a bit today, so everybody should tell him, hope you feel better. Speaking of which, he's like, I don't want everybody to hear me coughing today. So not only does he have to do a bunch of shipping, but he's also not feeling the best. All right, so I wrapped my little tail end around. I'm gonna go into a coughing fit, so hopefully it's not bad. Hold on. That's closer to the end of the month, Peggy. I think the Christmas week, we are all going live on Monday and doing like a little party thing for you guys. Thanks. I think Uncle Doug needs it more than I do. The wishes to feel better. Because he was coughing. He sneezed, 4 or 5 times today? In a row. Like just one after the other. It was crazy. I go, bless you. And then here comes another. Bless you. Here comes another. Bless you. And he's like, just wait. Here comes another. Goodness. I was like, I bet that felt great though. I love sneezing. It's probably the one thing I enjoy about quote unquote not feeling well is sneezing. Alright, so now that I have my other end, I'm going to do another wrapped loop on this side. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be like a Christmas party split screen between me, Doug, Jean, and Ains, I think. It's going to be super fun. We're going to have a dance contest. Uncle Doug's going to go for me. I can see his reactions, but you guys can't, so I'm just giggling to myself over here. Oh, funny. Alright, this loop's going to be a little bit smaller because it looks like I didn't keep my loop in the middle too well, but that's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep pushing it up here. I'm going to make my wrap loop on this side. You'll probably have a better time doing this if you do just use a thinner gauged wire. because this is a very, I mean, it's like too perfect of a size that sometimes it's hard to get them, whatchamacallit, even. Like I pulled too much on the one tail, so it shortened my other tail. So just use wire for this portion of creating your wrapped loops on either side, because this other loop's going to be pretty small. Not that it won't work, because it'll still work as my loop, but just be mindful. There we go. So you guys can see that this is a very, very tiny baby wrapped loop, and then my wrapped loop on my other side's a little bit bigger. I should have measured that a little bit better. I shouldn't have pulled my tail as much. But it still works, and if you use these ear wires, or if you use something where your loop's going to be facing like this, it doesn't necessarily matter too much versus when it looks like this, because you could tell the difference a lot when it's facing this way with their loop facing toward you, but if it's facing this way, it's really not that big of a difference. We will have to put the dance demo on the party agenda again. Oh gee. I'm going to use an ER0003 this time. I used the ER026, I think this one is. I really do like, these are probably my favorite ear wires to use, but I'm going to put this one on here. Oh man, I gotta pull this a little bit more. Close that. And then we will take a little jump ring. I'm going to use a JR10 because I did create a pretty small loop on the other side. My little sister just bought a Wii, and she's been playing Super Mario Bros., but that got me in the mood for Zumba. Do you guys remember Zumba? Oh no, like the workout, like the dance workout video game or whatever. When Jean said we'll have a dance party, that's what I was thinking of. Like, oh, let's all do Zumba on the Wii. That would be fun. All right. I'm going to put this into my loop now. Close that. And then we have our loop. Gorgeous. So that's like the first start of it. And then to paint it, I use those same colors that I used earlier. The Moonstone Blue Fluorite combo. Need a tiny brush because this ballerina is small, and I like using the bristle brushes when I'm doing more detailed work. I've been using the silicone brushes a little less recently, but they're still great. You want to see Peggy dance to Hammer Time? Sure, Lynn. Ian also sneezes quite a bit. Alright, so some of my paint has started to dry a little bit, but you guys could see like how dark it is when I didn't premix it because it settled. So we're going to start with our blue fluorite. We're going to go on her dress. So I did the bottom portion of her dress, and then I did her bust area. Like that. With the blue fluorite. And then, where's my heat gun here? To reach underneath. No dancing anymore with your, oh, can't touch this? Ha ha ha. That is one of the high school song, like dance songs that we would do for our high school dances. And probably middle school dances too, but there were two people in particular that would always dance to that. It was so funny. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Love it. Beautiful. Oh yeah, just twist your knees, don't bend them. I'm definitely gonna have to make a moonstone. Or add moonstone to my palette again, because that one's a bit more dried up. So I can't remix that out. Shake in the paint, so I'm gonna put this in the new palette side. And we're gonna come in with our moonstone in the center, where her belly would be. And then we're gonna pull down some of the moonstone over top of. I'm gonna make this a little bit opposite. So I'm gonna do a little bit of moonstone on her bust on top of that blue fluorite. I wanted to make it a little different colored, so it wasn't just one block dress. It would have some variation. Yeah, how pretty that is. I even like it with just like a little bit more blue, like on the one that we're doing now. Maybe just add a little bit of more moonstone in here. Just a tiny bit. Maybe a little bit down more by the bottom. Pretty. I'll give you a dancing go if Doug wears a tutu. Oh, goodness. I don't know if you guys will ever get him to wear something feminine like that. Doug's pretty old school. There we go. Pretty. She is gorgeous. You probably wouldn't even ever catch me in a tutu, though, so. Probably never, ever. I don't think I've ever even, like, I don't think I've ever worn one ever. Not even for Halloween. You know, for Halloween, I was like an old school pirate one of the times, and just these more boyish characters versus, you know, but not even in a 1-1. Oh, all right. So pick up this ballerina pack. She's super cute. There was something that I wanted to. Oh, I remember what I forgot to list. Don't worry, this isn't hot. I had this wonderful idea. I will list this after the live. I will list it after the live because I wanted to share my idea with you, and I forgot to do it this morning. So, I'm not waiting until next week for this, because this is not a wait until next week type of thing. So we have, I know I've shown you guys these before, but these are the big horses, right? They are pewter-based, antique silver plated. But could you imagine? I don't even know if I have the right thing here to be able to do it. Oh, hold on. You guys are going to love this. You guys are going to love it. You can use string or whatever. I'm going to use like this little string that I just found. I'm going to have to retie it because I'm just cutting it off of something else. But it looks like it would be perfect. You can use wire if you want. But this piece in particular, one, look at how giant it is. Giant, but you guys put a little bit of string on it. And then you tie it at the top. I might need a little bit longer string. This string might be too small, but I know you can get like cord. You could use leather, do leather or twine, and you can make a Christmas ornament using Vintaj. Could you imagine a tree with Vintaj castings and components? I bet it would be absolutely stunning. I'm having a hard time tying this. Why am I having a hard time tying this? It's not your normal thread string. It's kind of slippery. Okay, well, whatever. It wants to untangle, but how crazy. Yes, we talked about that last time we featured this. So this Aunt Wendy and Uncle Doug and Aunt Jean's mom, my grandma, she had a pin that she had gotten with this. Here, I'll pop up Vintage's comment on this. But could you imagine this hanging on your Christmas tree or giving it to your horse lover friends for their Christmas tree? I immediately thought of 4 different people. Not even. So my mom, one of them, because she used to own horses, like Laura Burning, Christina Conderman. There's people that I could just name off of the top of my head that work with horses, that love horses, that would love this as a little Christmas ornament. So I will put these up on the live shop after the live today. But just so I get that across there, and I will tie it and make it look like an ornament. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll tie it. My Christmas tree has been up for a week now because my mom and dad, they make these really pretty like wooden Christmas ornaments. But that gave me the idea for this. So I already have my tree up. I'll hang this on my tree at home and I'll take a picture of it on the tree and upload it to the site. So probably by 6 o'clock, just depending. I will let you guys know when I drop this later tonight though. But I think that's such a fantastic idea for an ornament. All right. Done with these babies. Let's see what else. Oh, cool. Cool. All right. Next matter of business is going to be our heart pack. This one also doesn't have a lot that goes into it. And I still have 2 trivias left, so that's good. Maybe after this one we'll do a trivia then, Uncle Doug. So our heart pack, this one is steel. Only steel. This one's not plated, not anything. This is just solid steel. And it's got this really pretty floral pattern on the heart. It is slightly dapped. You can tell from there. You can use it front or back, honestly. Like that looks really good on either side. So you could use it as a little cup or the other way, or you could hammer it flat, but you could use it either way, the front or back way. The ones that we have, though, are plated. These ones are not plated. At least for Candy's line. Candy's line was plated. But these ones are just steel. And then I had my ball chain stuck in my ballerina head. Okay. So just a super simple, quick gift. You guys know that I added these finished ball chain necklaces to the site last week. And you can choose gold or silver. So I'm going to pop that up very quickly. The necklace pack is $25 for 5 pieces. You get 5 pieces of the gold-plated or 5 pieces of the silver-plated ball chain necklaces. They are pre-finished. I believe they're around 18 inches, but if you want to confirm, go to vintageliveshop.com right there. And then you'll be able to see all the platings, base metals, all the measurements, so on and so forth. Aw, you wear them with just an ear wire? That's such a good idea. So, finish necklaces, and then you just attach a jump ring with the heart? Are you kidding? The easiest necklace you have probably ever made. So simple. And then, let's add just a tiny bit of paint to this. I'm only going to use the paints that I have out right now. Just very quickly adding a little bit. Let me dry this off here. Probably of the blue fluorite, since that's the darker of the colors that I have. Get a little bit on my tile, but that's okay, because I know how to get paint off my tile now. So totally good. This would work really, really, really great with the antiques, because the antiques will settle, and my paint is already half dry as it is, so it's not going to settle like normally would. I'm going to add a little bit of heat to this to get it dry, and then I'm going to take the relief block to it quick. Oh yeah, the resin brush over top will definitely give it a really pretty slick look. I've done that on a few different designs where you just take the smallest bit of resin, use the bristle brush, and just slowly paint it up like that. All right. I also forgot to plug my phone into its charger, so I'm just going to switch this over here to this one because I don't want that to cut the live out. There we go. All right. So phone's charging. Make sure to check my laptop here. Oh yeah. Definitely going to need to charge that. All right, so while we do the trivia after this, then I will grab my chargers. Get a little bit of reliefing in here because I like that vintagey worked on look. Probably definitely would have worked a lot better without my jump ring and necklace already on it. I probably should have done one of the ones that weren't attached already. But that's okay. It's staying in the grooves good. Pretty, pretty. I would just obviously paint them prior to putting them on the necklace so you can get like that little spot there. But otherwise, paint stays in the grooves while you relief the top portion. Beautiful. Yes, very, very little bit. I did that with, I think that was, it's a good idea that you brought that up, Wendy. These sand dollar earrings that I did just a very small itty bitty bit of resin and it gave it that wet look, like it had just come out of the ocean, which was super cool. All right, I think we're ready for a trivia Uncle Doug. So I'm going to bring him on. Cart 106 for 12 pieces of that heart for $18. While he's getting ready, I'm just going to briefly look here. At my stock, but they can hear you now, Uncle Doug.
Oh boy, well I'm packing up an envelope here. I'm knowing mine's.
That's okay.
Just about done.
Checking stock here real quick. So there's only 5 packs of this heart left. Only 5 packs of the steel heart left. And then Uncle Doug's packing up an order quick, and then that'll give me time to pick out the next trivia.
Not as much time as you think.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'll pop those up off the screen. Our next trivia giveaway is a steel-based, silver-plated cable chain necklace bracelet set. So you get a necklace and a bracelet with the... Yeah, we both have yucky coughs today. As I breathed in, I felt like the mucus, and you're like, gotta get that out of there. All right.
Yeah, I'm about 2 weeks in, and I'm 2 weeks in and coming out of it now. So finally, I'm seeing some daylight.
Guess what, though, Uncle Doug? They're calling it the 100-day cough.
It's not. I know me. I know me, and this won't be that long.
I've had mine for at least 2 weeks, going
Yeah.
on probably 3 here soon.
Yeah, I'm on my way out, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
And I'll be just left with my normal throat clearing.
Right.
The curse of the family, Gene, me, Wendy, I think we've all got it. So trivia. Which famous guitarist died in a helicopter crash in 1990? Back on the music trivia. Not too far from here, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Really? Within reason. I mean, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't send it. Sorry.
That's okay. You said it.
There's my friend.
There we go.
It's too bad we can't paste graphics in there that no one could copy and paste into Google, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some might need to Google this, but we got a lot of rockers out here. Yeah, of course. Why did I even doubt? Look at Sherry.
She is also an insane trivia queen.
I know.
Let me get Sherry.
Well, with a name like Reichenbacher, sounds just like Rickenbacker, which is or looks like Rickenbacker, which is that great guitar model that the Beatles used and Rush, a lot of different people. Yes, they all played with the Rickenbacker basses.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Reichenbacher, she's right in there.
So where did he end up crashing then?
He was leaving Alpine Valley Resort, you know, that ski resort right up in Wisconsin between here and Milwaukee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had just finished the show and it was taking off, and I guess they took off in fog and something happened and the helicopter crashes.
Brutal. Brutal. Well,
Hi,
thanks
Carmen.
for that trivia.
Yeah, hi, Carmen. Welcome, Carmen.
Hi, Carmen. That's okay. We're just finishing up a trivia here, so I will see you in a minute.
Oh, wait! I forgot to give Sherry a doodle here.
Yeah, we need to do Sherry's doodle here quick, and then we'll get into our last two. I think.
There's my
snowflake.
Winter. We got snow here, so now it's snowflakes and winter themes.
Lots of snow here. Too much snow. No, just kidding. We can never have too much snow.
I think you can.
We got over a foot of snow, and we have more snow coming
there's about
this
8.
weekend.
I was looking at the dumpster out here. We got more here than at home. There's got to be at least
really?
18 inches on the dumpster.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, I'll see you over here.
Yep.
Okay. All right, beauties. We are going to do our snowflake sampler next. So these cuties I have put into a little sampler, so all you need to do is add your findings. So you get your snowflakes and your Chanel crystals in a sampler pack, and then all you need to do is add findings for, here you go, thank you. Find your findings to connect in between. So I'm going to show you guys the snowflake on the bracelet, because it's just easier for me to hold this up versus just the singular piece. So our snowflakes are silver plated, but I want to make sure what the base metal is here, just very quickly, because off the top of my head, okay, base metal for the snowflakes is brass, and then it's plated silver. Very cute. It's got some etch too, so it'll hold some paint. The backs are flat, so I mean they could be flipped either way, totally fine. But if you wanted the etched and then add some paint on top, I would say that would be the top of the snowflake. And then you get your Chanel crystals. Now these are super cute. They have that brass bezel and then that clear crystal there in the center. You get 8 of the crystals and 8 of the snowflakes. I only used 4 of the snowflakes and 5 of the crystals in my bracelet, but I know some of your wrists are a bit larger than mine, so that's why I had added in a few more for you, and then maybe you'll have a couple left over for some earrings a little bit later. Oh, Chestnut's not open yet either. Sundown opens this weekend, but I don't know when Chestnut will open. But I'm excited to teach my snowboard lessons. Those are starting up here come Friday and then through the rest of the season. How stunning is that for winter, you guys? It's so pretty. But super easy connections. This is a sampler pack. You get it for $16, 16 pieces. Insane deal. First off. Second off, I added the JRV 20 or JRV 30, one or the other. They're pretty dang close in size. But I did use solid brass JRs throughout, and then I did a JR 40 there on the end. And then on the other side, I did the 2 JR20s and the CL 0003 or CL 0002 clasp. Okay, I forgot to grab my charger. Let me grab that real quick. So I was going to do that during the trivia, and then I forgot. Because this baby's about to time out. At least the live would still keep going, but you guys wouldn't be able to see me anymore. Your husband's so done with snow. That's funny. Ian, he's a smart cookie when it comes to cleaning up after the snow. So he will use the snow, or he'll use like the snow blower for the heavier stuff, but the lighter stuff and for the cars, he just takes the leaf blower to it and all the snow comes off. He doesn't do much shoveling anymore. He just has to shovel the stairs, I think. Yes. So that was another point that I was going to make about this, is that you can also do, if you bought 2 packs, you could do a choker, and then at the end when we do the look, I'm going to show you what it looks like, not only held up to my neck, but also as the bracelet once again. Yes, you have to see me. You have to see me or else you're going to get bored of just hearing my voice. Alright. So this is a great little sampler pack for your Christmas snowflake bracelet. And there's probably not many of these left either. I have to double check here. There's only 1 of the wire star packs left. And there are only 4 of these snowflake crystal samplers left. So make sure you grab that before it's gone. But I wanted to start doing a little bit more sampler, like kitty type things too. So the components you need for this came with it. You just need to add findings. And that's also going to lead me into what I think will be our last demo. Let me look at this real quick here to ensure that I have everything else marked. No. Okay. We're going to do the ring pack next, and then we'll do another trivia, and then we'll do the last demo into our Big Loot giveaway. I think that sounds good. So our next pack is cart 109, and you have the choice between gold-plated or silver-plated. They are pewter-based, size 8 moon rings. These are super duper duper cute. I'm a big fan of these. So pewter-based, moon style, size 8, gold or silver plated, 4 pieces for $20, cart 109. Look at how pretty those are. Love them. They're super comfy. Scrunch your hands, move them in between. Works super well. I'm a big fan of these. I think, did Jean design these ones? Who designed the moon ones? I think maybe it was Jean, or picked them out or something. Yes, so good thing you said that too, Wendy. The Chanel crystals, so I've used them several times as like bracelet extenders and for earring connectors, but how cute would a little thing like this be? If you did like an earring with the snowflake, I would do it like this maybe, the crystal on top, then the snowflake, then the ballerina. That would be super duper duper cute too. Oh, so I love that you said that, Jean. So Jean actually 3D model designed the rings that I had, but there we go. There we go. She 3D modeled these. That's amazing. So you have both Jean and Wendy commenting as Vintaj there. Love it. So this is like hand designed by Jean. Oh, Logan, yeah, Logan made the molds, but I think Logan probably found the molds to be pretty easy, but coming up with like new designs every time has to be hard. I mean, we're doing it every week, right? It is hard. All right, let me make sure. I keep sinking. There we go. My chair keeps going down. What happens though? Super duper cute, the ballerinas though. All right, so that's all we're gonna do for the rings this time around. We're gonna do one more trivia, and then we'll get into the last sampler pack with the earrings. So let's bring this last trivia out here. And I'm gonna pop Uncle Doug on. All right, they can hear you, Uncle Doug.
Oh boy. All right, we're on to TV trivia. And I probably should add a couple more categories, you know? Maybe we'll come up with some other stuff, because we went through all the, not all, but we went through a lot of the jewelry and gemstone kind of trivia. Then we went into music and television, but you know, we need to diversify a little bit. Anyway, I've got a good question here, and actually, Corian has used one of the words sometime during this presentation. One of the words of the answer. How about that?
Interesting.
So let me place it here. So the question is, what science fiction show starred Lorne Greene as Commander Adama?
Did you comment it yet? Okay,
I
there
did.
it is.
Yep. I sure did. This is a safe travels. Nope, that's not it. Was that an answer to the trivia, or is that a comment to someone else?
It was a comment to Jean.
Peggy guesses safe travels. Nope, that's not the answer. Peggy. Oh man. This one's taking a little bit longer, huh? Yes, Lucine. Lucine, good job.
Amazing work.
Because you said, and I thought the trivia was going to follow exactly when you were talking about galactics, you know, galactic stones or whatever. There's crystals.
Yeah, my galactic Swarovski beads.
Right, you were talking about galactic, and I was like, ooh, I should do the trivia right now.
Yes.
On that one.
Sherry's laughing at you, Uncle Doug.
Well, I get worse than that. Trust me. Peggy does worse than that.
Lucine said she cried when it went off the air. It was the original one from the 1970s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely.
Good job, Lucine.
Yeah, the answers are coming in. Cookie, you know.
Good job. I'll pull this for when Uncle Doug comes over here. But he's got to show you your doodle. Or did you already do that?
I do. I got that here right in the hold pattern. Okay, let me just put Lucine's name on here.
Lucine said, I had such a crush on Dirk. He went on to have absolutely no career after that. That is funny. Freaking.
Okay, here's my doodle for Lucine.
A little Christmas tree.
Christmas trees out there with a little bunny down below.
Love it.
Finding some shelter from this harsh snow.
Love it.
So congratulations, Lucine.
All
you
right,
deserve it. You deserve it.
She definitely does.
You earned it for all those episodes of Galactic Wonder that you were able to deal with. I don't think I ever got into it. I think the rest of the family did, but I don't ever. When was it? 1990?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure.
I probably have seen a few episodes, but I think because I don't know why.
All right. Well, I'll see you when you get over here.
All righty.
Okay, bye-bye. Good job, Lucine. You get the panel pack. Let's give you a little closer look quick. So, Dragonfly themed, Monstera themed, Fairy Wing themed, and Bee themed. Love it. Bloop, bloop. Perfect. Did you see that handoff?
It was just timely.
Oh, we would have rocked the 4x1, Uncle Doug.
Yeah. You'd have been waiting on me.
You last string? The best string?
No, 4x1?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was probably the first guy.
So first guy.
So everybody knew how much they have to make up the distance on.
That is funny.
No, I wasn't an anchor, but I was a middle guy.
Sure. I was it depended. I would usually run the third string. Usually was mine. It was either third or fourth in the 4x1 and the 4x2. We killed it when I was in high school for track. We were really good. Loved it. All right, but I loved jumping, like triple jumping, long jumping. Those were my favorites during track. All right. Our last sampler pack for the day is our triangle paddle sampler pack. All right. So this is also one of those where you just need to add findings. So your ear wires and your jump rings if you like the way that I have already done my earrings. So I'm going to pull these out. Make sure I give you the correct quantities here. So yes, 10 of each. That's what I thought. So 20 pieces for $26. I love these earrings, and it's probably going to be another one of those that I end up taking home, and I really need to take a pog board home and come up with some sort of display for my jewelry, because it is getting packed, I tell you what. So I used 5 paddles on one, 5 paddles on the other, which I only have 4 out here. Hold on. Give me my other paddle. There we go. Which you are getting 10 paddles, and you're getting 10 of the triangles. So you can use the other triangles for other things. I thought a bracelet like this would be super cute with the Rivoli sitting there in the middle. Do I have one on hand that I could just throw there? I do. This one's not pre-wrapped, but just so you guys take a peek at it, I thought these triangles would be great as bracelet pieces. And then you have enough paddles to make, unless you wanted to take one out, then you could do like 4-on-4, but I like the way that the 5 looked, so I have the 5. You can do your earring or your just like a single one as a necklace. Ooh, that's a pretty set. So you can do your earrings, your necklace, and your bracelet. I love it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're only using half of your triangles. You'll use all of your paddles, but you're only using half of your triangles for a full set. Earrings, bracelet, and a necklace? That's insane. I'm starting to think that maybe this should have been a little bit more expensive. But like Jean said, we are giving you guys a great deal this week with everything else that's been going on. Cyber Monday, Black Friday, the little promos, etc., etc. This is probably the best pack of today, I will say. I love this pack so much. So pretty. Let me double check on our quantities here. All right, so 1 wire star pack left. That will be sold out by the end of the weekend. We have 7 of these paddle triangle samplers. So you definitely want to get those. It looks like just about everything is 10 or under now. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So make sure you grab this pack. Just adding findings, and I used the same paints that I used all day today. Pale tan with some scratches there for my triangle, and then pale tan and that blue fluorite. So I applied my blue fluorite first and then did daps of the white, not white, pale tan. Trying to think of what it was called. Oh my gosh, you guys, it matches my hat. Ah, that's a sign. I gotta take it home with me. How cute. So do your blue fluorite and then take your bristle brush. I'm not going to paint these because I want to make sure that there's enough for everybody. But you're just going to take your bristle brush and just, let me grab one so I can show you guys the momentum, the movement. It's, you'll kind of act as if it's a dry brush. It doesn't have to be a dry brush, but, ooh, you want to hammer them? They are solid brass. They are not plated, so you won't have any plating cracked whatsoever, which is super nice. But with the white or the pale tan, I just went like this. Just toot, 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 like down it. Just nice and spotty, because I didn't want the whole thing. I didn't want all the pale tan to cover the blue fluorite, so I just went with my brush with the pale tan. But the triangle pieces would probably look phenomenal hammered. They even look phenomenal when they're not painted. That looks so good. I might have to create a whole set for myself. Oh, Corian. You guys are getting me into trouble. Having to create new designs every week and then just loving them so much that I have to take them home, and now I'm running out of space at home. You guys are definitely getting me in trouble over here. Cart 111 for the triangle paddle sampler. You're going to get 10 of the paddles and 10 of the triangles. You need to grab it. This is a, for sure, absolutely must have. I love them. They just look so good. That's it for that demo. We're not going to paint those. I did want to announce a couple things here. So we did get these back. I am going to put the designs back up on the screen that I used from last week. So Jean worked her magic, and we got our filigree boxes, our solid brass filigree boxes back. Not a lot of stock. For those who we have marked the ones out of stock for those who wanted to quote unquote pre-order them or hold some aside for them. So we did end up doing that. But we got them back. So, our solid brass filigree box pack, 14 pieces for $20, cart 111. We had to put the big one back. We had to put the big one up last week because the small one sold out. So, I mean, you could choose either or. This one is on vintageliveshop.com right next to our small little box there. But just to recap, what we did is we made little tassels with our boxes. So we made like a tassel for an earring, or for earrings, and for a necklace. And then these ones are the painted to make them look like natural brass. So these are back, and they're only back for a little bit until they sell out again, which I'm sure it won't be super long. Mind you, we only have 7 packs of those left, and we did hold some aside for those who said that they wanted them last week. The star pack, the wire star pack, is sold out now. The bangles, the cuffs, are sold out. There's only 3 of the snowflake crystal bracelets left. Only 4 of the heart packs left. Only 6 of the rings left. I might be able to add a few more of the filigree ring. I'll have to double check on that. But I did want to mention that I do also have these Chanel crystals in a larger pack by themselves, 18 pieces for $18. So if you wanted to grab some more of these, since they're super great for earrings, 1, because they're super, super light, and 2, it's a connector. It's also great for extending chain, extending charms, you name it. These are phenomenal crystals. I use them all the time. And then the photos of the jewelry pieces that I have done over the last year or two, I've been trying to keep those in the product listing. So you will be able to see the past designs that I have made with this product, as well as the ones that I have done today. So, just a couple different ways that you can buy things. So make sure you grab those. You also made a cross with these, right? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I do have those here off to the side too. I made these cross earrings with them. Oop. There we go. We made those with the little boxes, with the little solid brass cubes. They were great for earrings because they were a bit smaller than our other boxes, which I have made the other bigger box into a necklace with, I think I attached the deer, the reindeer to it on my necklace design with the bigger box. I wonder if I still have all my jewelry packed up from when I went and did that show, so I don't think I'll be able to pull that for you guys right now, but it was super cute. I will say it was really, really cute. Alright, so that's for our filigree box. Alright, the snowflake crystal pack is sold out. So, we only have 9 of the big crystal pack left. We have the hinge bracelet left. 5 of the triangle paddle samplers left. Only 3 of the hearts now. 8 of the ballerinas. It looks like everything's pretty on track to selling out here soon. So, make sure you grab what you can, because we don't know if things can ever be added back, especially if it's not overstock. If it's not overstock or something that we don't have on the web, the chances of that thing coming back are very, 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 very slim, because I'm not ordering overstock. I am ordering what we need, and that is it. So, there is not going to be a whole lot of opportunity for overstock in the next however long. So, let's take our box pack down off of Carter here. It looks like I have been through everything else. So just to recap, we'll put the finished jewelry back up here, and then we'll put it on. Then we will do our big loot giveaway. I'm super excited for that. Love it. We need our ballerina earrings up here. Cutesy cutesy. What else did we do today? Our star earrings. We need those gorgeous babies. I'm going to probably put those up there maybe. Give us a little bit of a better view. Star earrings, ballerina earrings, bracelet, triangle earrings. What else did we do? Oh, we did our ring earrings. Absolutely stunning. I might also take these home, actually. I have to start being more particular about the things that I say that I love, even though I really do just want to take them all home. Hinged bracelet. I'll put that on the side. And then we brought back our boxes, so I will throw those in here for our box items. And then when I get the chance a little bit later, I'm adding the ornament, the horse ornament idea. There we go. So to recap for today, holy cow, that is a bunch of jewelry. Gee, love it. We did amazing today, everybody. Ooh, fun. Friday is a gemstone resin class featuring the warehouse loot. Also, Aunt Wendy is a doll, and she said that she will be teaching my Vintaj stash class at the end of the month to help me out a little bit because we're pretty packed over here. And she goes, this is just one less thing that you have to do. So very thankful for her. Just letting you guys know ahead of time that Wendy will be teaching my stash class at the end of the month this month. We will have a schedule posted, etc., just so you guys know that we will have that minor change at the end of the month for the stash class. Beautiful. Oh, Sherry, my girl. Oh, and I forgot to put the cuff in there too. Oh my gosh, you guys, we did so much today. All right, how about that? That looks like everything now. Wow. Thanks for reminding me, Sherry. And then it reminded me to put the dang cuff up there. All right. I think that's time for a look. I will remind you guys. Oop, I almost forgot that. You need that baby in there. All right. So, before we do the look, I did want to show you guys the Big Loot giveaway once again. Remember, all you have to do is heart react to the live. If your name is drawn on the wheel, you must have an open order with us on vintageliveshop.com to claim the giveaway. Otherwise, we will save it for either next week or for Ainsley's Live on Friday with the loot. So, make sure you get your heart reactions in. And then that one's here. This hinge bracelet's there. The cuff that I tried to cut, but it wouldn't cut. Yeah. Wowzers, look at that jewelry. Jewelry. Alright, let's get into our look. It looks like I have enough charge on my phone to where this should work. I'm going to flip it backwards, though. Get to my main view here. Hello! You get a full screen of Corian. No more jewelry. Just kidding. We're going to show all the jewelry. Look at that. Oh, no. I need to find a better way to put up my phone in cases like this. But look at my hair, you guys. I'm actually going to call Claire today and be like, because my butt's right there. It's like right at my butt. So I'm going to tell her to, I'm going to say, can you make an appointment for me? Because I want to take like this much of my hair off. Not a lot, but it grows fast. So I just don't want it to go in the toilet when I sit down. That would not be fun. All right, here we go. Actually, I should probably put on, I think the jewelry will look a little more festive if I put on my flannel. I can bear the heat for a little bit. But it looks super cute with my flannel on. Alright. Thanks, Lynn. Alright, so. Little festivity with my flannel, because it's a little more Christmassy themed than my Iowa gear. Gorgeous. Matches my hat. Love it. So pretty. We love pretty jewelry. And this is the cuff that Jean has said that she has been wearing all the time. Good thing it's sold out. So sad for you that didn't get it. It's so pretty. But if you spent over $100, you potentially might be able to get one of these babies that we demoed in the demo today. Alright, well, since we're on the bracelet idea here, but I also want to get that horse up right away for you guys, because it would be amazing to have that before Christmas to hang up on your trees. So I'm going to try and do that super, super fast. And then next week's shipping, we're going to go really, really fast. Wink, wink, Uncle Doug. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. That is actually a very, very flattering hinged bracelet. I like that. You could hammer, probably, if you took this apart, you could hammer a name into it. Could probably do quite a few different things, just don't cut it. We learned how that works today. Alright. This is me giving you, this is what you would look like giving somebody a really pretty horse ornament. Here you go. Look at how gorgeous this horse ornament is. You better do it. It's so cute. I'm going to get a little bit of a longer string, and then I'm going to put it on my tree at home, because it is sentimental. It was part of my grandma's stuff, so beautiful. Yeah, but Corian tries to match her hat instead. Yeah, that's me, girlfriend. You know, I always wear a hat. Gosh, these earrings too, these are probably going home with me too. You guys! Look at with my, hold on. This is insane. Insane. With the heart choker, or not the heart choker, the moon choker, and the star earrings. Oh yeah, these are coming home with me. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous, you guys. Wow. Well, no wonder those sold out too. Oh, those are just against the dark, like, hair. I'm done. Oh, good job, Jean. Jean's done with her show, and she said she made more than what she thought she would, so that's always really great. Thanks, Carmen. A red ribbon. Oh, yes, for the horse. So beautiful. Such a great idea. All right. This one takes me a minute to clasp, and I don't know where I found my bracelet helper. Uncle Doug was so smart, because I was always asking him, can you clasp this, please? Can you clasp this bracelet? And then he made me the necklace helper, or the bracelet helper. But it still takes me a minute because I made this one really tight. Like, really, really, like, perfectly fitted. I did have it on earlier. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to take the picture like I did. Okay, well, we'll just show it like this. We'll just show it like this. Thanks, Cindy. You're so sweet too. All of my beautiful ladies are so sweet. I am so fortunate to be able to do these live demos with you guys. Yeah, if this hasn't sold out already, it's selling out right now because that is beautiful. Yeah. Big fan. Okay. Bracelet's done. We're not going to do the look for the box earrings because we did do that last week and I'm saving on time. I don't know if I showed these last week though. These are also very pretty. And then add like a blue Rivoli there at the bottom to match the hat, of course. Beautiful. Love it. All right, our little ballerina earrings. I love you too, Jean. I love everybody. Actually, I don't love everybody, but I love everybody here. Just not everybody in general. There are a lot of not good people in the world, and I don't want to say that I love them when they do bad things. All right, hold on. My hair's getting in the way here. We love you. There we go. My beautiful dancing ballerina with our little bicone crystals. Very pretty. Little shaky shake. Beautiful. All right, heart necklace. This one might be a little bit hard because I am wearing... That's actually really pretty. I missed the beginning of the live. Were those made with the dapped square filigree? Yes, ma'am. The F20s. So, one, this chain is stunning, being the small ball chain. And then after this, I'm going to hold up the... I have to pull it this way. After this, I'm going to hold up the snowflake and crystal bracelet. Gee, why does it keep sliding here? I'm just really that bad with the backwards. Anyway, pulling up the wrong one. This one. There we go. That's better. The backwards thing is so hard for me. And then we do this with the bracelet. That little snowflake choker. Love it. Ooh, how cool would it be if you did that as a choker and hung the moon crystal from it? Yeah, that's pretty. Love it. Last but not least, my favorite earrings of the day. Big ol' smiles. I love the triangles. You guys know I love just paddle jewelry in general. Can never go wrong, but triangles have got to be probably one of my favorite shapes. Jewelry-wise. Thank you, Candy. You're just the sweetest thing ever. I say that to everybody, but you guys are seriously so sweet and so nice and so supportive. Oh my gosh. So, all right. I think we have shown everything now. So, let's get ready for our big loot giveaway. How about that? How about that? Let me take this heart necklace off here. All right. I'm gonna sit down. We're gonna do our big loot giveaway. Make sure you have your love reaction because this thing's giant. It always looks It always looks a little bit smaller on, like, the first time that I show it, but when I show it in perspective like this, it's like, holy cow. Wow. That's just a lot of stuff. And this stinking mushroom. I am so jealous of whoever's getting this mushroom, because that is so cute. Adding okay, whoever gets this, add a little bit of, like, red to the very top, like the top area. That would be stunning. Alright, I'm jealous whoever's getting it. Alright, let's do the giveaway quick, and then we can head on out. Alright, so once I go like this on my screen, I will know that it's time to poll everybody that is love reacted. Looks like I have 1 in 29. Copy this. And then let's put you into our live wheel. Ooh, you guys are gonna love the background on this one. Ooh. Okay, let me get back in here. All right. Turning this around. This one's really pretty. Can you guys see your name? I used the bangle or the cuff picture for today. All right. Uncle Doug's gonna have to come over here to tell me if somebody's won already, though. Spinning. All right, Uncle Doug. I can't hear you. Oh, maybe I can do a split screen. Hold on. Okay. What was that?
I was just going to say you could add me and we could
Yes.
search together.
So Uncle Doug's taking a peek quick.
I think the Gene is good to go.
Woo! Is this your first loot? How fun. She goes, yes, I have never won. I am so excited. I am so excited for you.
Guess what I have for her?
That's why we're like, you can only win so often, so everybody's got a decently fair chance to win. Amazing.
Guess what I have for Jean?
I don't know.
Some Thanksgiving leftover apple pie.
Oh, that's perfect.
Remember we chose between apple and pumpkin last time? So Jean's going to get some apple pie.
I'm so happy for you, Jean. You definitely deserve that. And she definitely wants a doodle. So that pie, I think, is perfect. Love it, love it. Do we want to say bye like this together? Or do you want to come
why
over
not?
here?
Save me a long walk, you know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say bye together like this then. All right. So don't forget to tune in for Ainsley's and Jean's live on Friday for the loot, for the warehouse loot. I think I can... Okay, I can do this. So she said that she's going to be doing the Friday as a gemstone resin class featuring the warehouse loot. So make sure you tune in on Friday. I believe that is one that everybody can view and participate in. So that'll be super good. And then don't forget to be notified of these live events and classes. Text live to 855-948-2148. not only will you be notified for live events and classes, but you'll also be notified for pre-orders. The last 2 weeks we haven't done a pre-order text because we haven't done a pre-order. So it's gone live the same day that the live is. So once those pre-orders keep coming in or start doing that, then we'll continue to do it that way.
And I got a bunch of these to go out. Here's one of my bins.
Oh, there's more packages. You guys see that? I'm telling you, we are working really hard on getting these stinking things out.
We're doing Backstage Pass right now, and anybody who doesn't have a combined order right now with your warehouse,
yes,
that's going out today. The others should go out really soon.
Yeah,
I'm looking over my shoulder. I wonder if I could turn this camera.
Yeah, you guys don't even want to know what we've been having to deal with.
This is. Can you see this here?
Yeah.
So some of those stacks are like 4 and 5 orders high. So that means we're putting 4. I see 2, 4. I think there's one with 6 orders that's shipping at the same time. So it takes a little bit to go ahead and arrange all those, and but we're doing our best. We're going to get them out real quick. Probably a lot of these will go out tomorrow.
Yes, I'm thinking within the next 2 days, everything that's been backed up will be shipped out of here. So not only have we been sick, but we ran into Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Thanksgiving,
Friday holiday.
I was out of town in Virginia there for a minute. Like, it has been pretty crazy over here. And not only do we have one site, we have like 5 different sites that we're managing. And you guys know how long it takes to just create kits. So imagine, like, we are literally packing everything as it's coming in being ordered, especially for the vintageliveshop.com. And we are filling paints on demand. Like, it's literally craziness.
We're having fun.
And we still have to do inventory. Forget it. All right, you guys. I think that's enough for today. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and Jean and Ains, and I'll possibly be able to see you on Friday as well if I'm able to hop in for a giveaway. But buy all the things that you can now before they're gone, and take advantage of, I think there's still a couple sales going on the retail and wholesale site through the end of the week. So keep tabs on that, and we will see you later. Love you. Bye.